Do my makeup in the car with me? Let's go. The tendency in the legal profession to say that people who work in personal injury are not particularly intelligent, or that they're doing less glamorous work, or people working criminal defense are doing less glamorous work, or it's people who work in those fields aren't very bright. So I just want to draw attention to the fact that if you believe that, you really think that like facilitating the wealth transfer from one rich individual to another rich individual, from one wealthy entity to another wealthy entity, that really makes you Albert Einstein. Like, I don't understand why that's the tendency for people to like classify personal injury as like something that's not worthy of pursuit. Like, I feel like that's just rooted in a whole lot of problematic and really like racialized kind of like, you have to deal with the general public. Ooh, you don't get paid that much. I mean, and granted, very few jobs will give you that big law, right out, that big law salary right out of law school. I completely hear that, sure. But at the same time, pursuing something that actually helps, the common individual, like on a day-to-day basis, not just like on a pro bono basis, like, oh, you only help, regular, everyday people when you get a chance to break from the billable hour. Like, I just don't think that that's, like, why are we rewarding it? Like, why are we, like, so wrapped up in the idea that it can't be prestigious or great or intellectually challenging to defend regular people who don't want to facilitate wealth transfers of millions or billions of dollars? Like, I don't understand why that's the end-all be-all. Like, and then, like, oh yeah, people become ambulance chasers, and she used that term, ambulance chasers. It's not, that's the type of law that there's a group of people who practice or something like that. She said something to the effect of, I just describing personal injury lawyers, criminal defense attorneys, that kind of thing, as ambulance chasers, and just describing it pejoratively. And I just couldn't really wrap my head around why it has that perception, other than racism and classism and general prejudice. Like, why do people want to classify personal injury law that way? Like, it seems like the only law that can be respected is the law that is driving our society into collapse. Like, you really think you're better than another person because you're facilitating the ecological collapse of the country and the world. You think that you're better than everybody else. Everybody in public interest, you're better than everybody else. You're better than everybody because you're in big law and you got this $215, $220, $235,000 a year. You really think that because you got a good little chunk of change after graduating, you're not taking that money at the expense of being able to invest that time into something that's actually going to improve the livelihood and the well-being of the earth around you? Now, I'm not saying that every practice is like that. Like, every practice in big law is not necessarily harming the earth. And that's stupid. Like, I've worked in many big law firms. I worked in 2 different big law firms, and I have about, 5 years of combined legal experience, like, working with firms and in firms. So, like, we don't have to play like that's some sort of intellectual feat. Like, as summer associates, let's just be real. You don't do that much. Like, you really don't. It's not that intellectually rigorous. You're going out to lunch with partners. You're going out to lunch with associates. You're going out to lunch to see what they do on a daily basis. And when it comes down to it, what do? They are slaves. They're very well-paid slaves that are at the beck and call of whatever partner they work for. And, like, some of these partners, they racist. Like, they're really, really problematic, terrible people. Like, I remember talking to one partner who remained nameless, but I know is ultimately, the reason for some downfalls in this world. But downfalls of several people of color. But I'll just leave it at this. I don't like... Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let me get back to the story. This partner told me, I don't know what law school you went to, but we're paying you a lot of money to do this work. And I'm not sure what they teach you at that law school that you go to. I don't know what made this man think that I went to a shitty law school or, I don't know what he was thinking. But he basically, I would go to WashU with that. I hadn't transferred to Georgetown from her last year, but I was going to WashU. That was ranked 16th in 2021 when I matriculated in the country. I know for a fact you hire people from way shittier law schools than the one I went to. So I don't know what you're trying to say about the law school I got to. Like, that's saying like a dog whistle for, nigga, I don't think you're bright enough to be here. Mind you, that man has a lot of other problems, but not really important for the sake of, this video. But that's just to say, when you do go into big law, you have a lot of character types. And you got a lot of character types in any type of, I don't know what I'm doing with this makeup. You can see, I obviously don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to do a little something, and also I'm in the dark. So, like, I don't want to put on a lot of makeup and then look crazy when I go out into the light. Because you can look real good in this parking lot and look absolutely insane. Absolutely insane when you actually go into, like, normal lighting. So I just like to do a little bit of shit and then I'll, like, touch it up a little bit later when I get a chance. And I wear a mask in class anyway, so it's not like anyone's really seeing my face. But, like, I don't know, maybe I just need something to do while I'm talking to y'all on the video. But yeah, long story short, don't let anybody shame you for choosing whatever type of law you want to practice. If you want to practice personal injury, girl, go ahead and do personal injury. Sir, enjoy your little enjoy personal injury, because I don't understand like this tendency towards big law or bust. Big law or bust is a very, very like narrow, myopic mindset that's not going to set you up for success. Like if you go into law school thinking, oh, I need to do big law or bust because I got to pay off these loans, baby, you know who else gets paid? Lawyers. Lawyers in general can get paid. If you do your job right, if you cultivate a niche, a specific niche within your field, people will want to go to you. Like you don't have to just do big law like or bust. Like people will want to invest in your services and invest in you and trust in your advice, as long as you are giving them good work product and trying out results. I don't know why people think this big law or bust thing is so important. Like granted the price sticker tag, and you know, I don't want to be ignorant to the fact that lots of people have lots of loans, and you know, they have lots of debts that they need to pay off, and they're tired of being broke, and like I don't want to discount that, but at the same time, like thinking that it's only prestigious to get a big law opportunity or bust, like that's just it's just such a poor mindset, and I run into